So today we'll be dealing with the physical and chemical changes. So these physical and chemical changes you have already come across in our last class, lower classes already ಓದಿರ್ತೀರಾ. So these physical and chemical changes as a very more importance in the case of chemistry for your higher studies. So what all kind of changes we observe, in that we have classified that as a physical changes and as a chemical changes. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗದೇನೆ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. So we'll just go through whatever the changes we observe and what are physical and what are chemical changes. So first I'm taking is physical properties. So which all we are going to consider as a physical properties. So ಯಾವುದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು physical properties ಆಗಿ consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು. So you can see that on the left side, appearance, texture, color, odor, melting or boiling point, density, conductivity. Okay, so these are all going to be some of the physical properties. With that, you can see on the right side so more examples of physical property: thermal conductivity, state, ductility, malleability, solubility. So these are all given. So these are all said to be physical properties. If I choose any element, on that element, what all the physical appearance we have, what all the physically you can identify without making them to undergo any reactions, what physically you observe the properties there, so they are said to be physical properties. So it might be appearance. So appearance anta bandaga hegide adu ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. You all see sodium metal ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಅಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್, ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡಿಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಗಳು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಶೇಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಶೇಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಕಲರ್, ದೆನ್ ಓಡರ್, ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು. Then coming to melting and boiling point. So at what point it will melt and at what point will it will boil. Okay, so ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Density, you know, mass by volume. So that density, how much it has. And conductivity, whether it can conduct heat and electricity or not, for that case. And coming to thermal conductivity, the rate at which substance transfers heat. So whether again it is quite related to conductivity. And state is the physical form in which substance exists, such as liquid, solid, gas. So ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? ಈಗ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅದು ಗ್ಯಾಸಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. So ಈ ತರ that physical properties we can define of that particular element, or you can take particular compound, no matter what. So then solubility is very, very important in the case of chemistry. For each and every physical properties what we are going to discuss in your PUC level, in that the solubility has a major influence. Solubility ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ questions arise ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, and we'll be learning more about solubility there. So solubility is what? The ability of a substance to dissolve in another substance. So hope you understand by this. So ಒಂದು substance ನ ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು substance ಅಲ್ಲಿ dissolve ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು. So ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು solubility ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. And I think you don't need more explanation with the ductility and malleability. So one of the properties of metals ductility and malleability. So ductility is nothing but you can stretch them to form a wire, thin wires, and malleability can make them into sheets by applying a force on that metal, thin sheets. You might have seen, observed these wires and sheets you might have observed in and around you. So those all comes under physical properties. So these two physical properties wise will be important. So have you got this? Understand ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಾನು ಇದು?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
So then we'll see the physical change. So what is the physical change anta kelidre? A physical change alters the form of a substance. It is going to alter the form of a substance but does not change it into another substance. That alters form of a substance. Form of a substance ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಅದರ ಶೇಪ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೇ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಅದರ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಈಗೇನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಮೇ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಏನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಟು ಅನದರ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅದು ಹೀಲಿಯಂ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್, but only the physical state of it matter may change. Okay, so that physical change can happen. You have seen some physical properties there. So that physical change may happen, but the substance will not be changed to another substance. So examples, if you see changes in states of substances, dissolution. So we'll see that more examples. And no change in chemical composition. So chemical composition ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And new substance, as I told, new substance will not form. So you can observe here, it's an example for phase changes. ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲಿಡ್, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್, ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಫೇಸಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಫೇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಫೇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್. ಫೇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ದ 3 cases. So the composition of water is H2O. We all know that. And that is the chemical composition as well. So throughout this process, what we are observing here, throughout this physical process, what we are observing here. So throughout this physical process, the state won't change. The state won't change. I mean, sorry, the phase will change, but the chemical composition is going to remain the same. So you can see here, let me take from solid. So if I start from solid, so if we are going to melt that one, so melt in the case if you're going to heat that one, or if you simply keep that solid ice in the case of at room temperature, you'll observe that undergoing melting and that will be converted to liquid. So the chemical composition in these 2 cases remains the same, but the physical state changes. Then again you can reverse that one. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಈ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ರಿವರ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ make that backward. Forward and backward reactions are possible. So reversible is possible in the case of physical process. You can reverse that one. So ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದಾಗ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. When you are doing the reversible process, it takes place at a very slowly. Takes place very slowly. So ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ converting liquid back to solid. So liquid ಇಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ solid ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ freezing ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So melting ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ room temperature is enough, but when it comes to freezing, the room temperature is not enough. We have to decrease that room temperature. So when it comes to 0 degrees Celsius, as we all know, the freezing point of water. So at that temperature, the liquid may get back to solid with ice. Then from liquid, if I take, now again I have to supply some heat energy so that the liquid boils and then evaporates to gaseous form or gaseous state. So there again a liquid phase changes to gaseous phase. So then again you can reverse it by cooling the gas. Whatever the gas vapors has formed, if you condense that, if you cool that, again you are going to get back the liquid. So there also you can reverse the reaction. If in case I am going to convert solid directly to gas, solids converting directly to gas, so I am going to carry out sublimation process. So through sublimation process, I am going to convert solids into gaseous substance. Then again, you can convert gas to solid phase by deposition. By deposition process, you can convert them back to solid. Even we call it as desublimate antanu kariತೀವಿ ನಾವು deposition ಬದಲು. We can even call it as a desublimate. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಐಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಐಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಇಂದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸಬ್ಲಿಮೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, what ice we had that melts then evaporates to steam. ಈ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ಝೋನ್ ಒಂದೇ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೆಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎವಾಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಸಬ್ಲಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡೆಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟೀಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಾಲಿಡಿಫೈ ಆಗೋದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪುನಃ ಕೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೆವಿ ಕೂಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಇಂದ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಂದ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ನ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. The process what happens from solid liquid to gas is same in the case of solid to gas, but we will not be interested to look inside the intermediate here. So ಏನು intermediate ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ನಾವು. Actually solid ಇಂದ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ intermediate ನಮಗೆ liquid formation ಆಗೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ intermediate ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ during sublimation or desublimation process. So this is an example for physical process. You can see this. So next, coming to chemical properties. So flammability, tendency to undergo a reaction with other substances. So tendency to undergo a reaction with other substances. So ಬೇರೆ substance ಜೊತೆ reaction ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು, reactivity ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದು. So that we can call it as chemical reaction. So in this case, flammable andre it can catch fire. So chemical changes. What is chemical change? When a substance undergoes a chemical change, it is changed into a different substance with the different properties. This is very important. Different substance with the different properties. So here, if you are going to take any substance which undergo a chemical change, so that substance is completely converted to different substance with the different properties. For example, they have given is a baking a cake, and you know what all the ingredients you need to prepare a cake. So the state of cake before you prepare, I mean the ingredients whatever you are taking, so that ingredient which had different appearance or which had different reactivity, so that is when undergoes a chemical change, like in the case of its properties, it has changed. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ವಿತ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ, chemical bonds between the atoms are broken and formed. So chemical bonds ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ chemical bonds break ಆಗಿ ಹೊಸ ಬಾಂಡ್ಗಳು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಗಳು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ನ್ಯೂ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇಂದ ಏನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್, that will be different, and there we observe different properties as well. And new substance is formed in the case of chemical changes. For example, if you are going to take, let's take you can take this reaction of sodium chloride and water. You can take, sorry, sodium chloride and acid. So base and acid you can take, right? So base you can take NaOH, and acid you can take HCl, and you know what the product you'll get. So you'll be getting NaCl
plus H2O.
yes, plus
Plus
water will
water.
get. So this we can say as a chemical change. So here you can observe a chemical change. So the base here has, let me take, let me elaborate this as a, I can show this bond like this. So this is a bond if I take, and this is a bond between H and Cl if we take. So here the bond break takes place at this case. These are the old bonds which we had. So this old bond breaks, and because of their charges you can see here. So Na combines with Cl and forms NaCl. H combines with OH and forms H2O. So the properties here is going to be different. So the properties of a base is not the same as that of the properties of a salt. So the properties are going to be different. And even what the product have got is not same as that of the reactant I had. There is a different substance. So I had sodium hydroxide, I just converted it to sodium chloride, which is completely a different one. So here, whatever the old bonds you had, you are going to break that one, and then you are going to form a new bonds. So that is said to be a chemical changes you can observe, right? Are you able to understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you have any doubts, you can ask. So physical versus chemical changes. So chemical changes, what you are observing, it cannot be easily reversed. So you have got NaCl and H2O. If you want to get back, so base and acid, that is not possible. You cannot reverse that reaction very easily. Salt ಮತ್ತೆ water ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು acid ಮತ್ತೆ base prepare ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it's not easy. It's not possible. Not easily reversed. And in chemical change, you can observe new products are going to be formed. Yes, the new products will be formed. And in chemical changes, whatever the reactants you have, our reactants completely use agutte. They undergo complete change. The reactants are used up. So in chemical changes, you can observe often heat, light, sound, and fizzing occurs. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಮೆಟಲ್ ನ ವಾಟರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರ, ಒಂದು ಹಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಹಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಇಂದ ಅದು ವಾಟರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆ ಬಿಗ್ಗರ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನೀವು ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಫೈರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್. And you can also produce electricity. So as we were discussing before, electrolysis process anta ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. So by electrolysis process, you can produce electricity by chemicals. By using chemicals, you can produce electricity. And a precipitate may form. So when the reaction is taking place in the liquid medium and the solid forms, that solid we call it as a precipitate. So liquid state alli yavada reaction ಅಥವಾ solution state alli yavada reaction ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. So ಆಗ you end up with the product which is a precipitate will be in the form of semi-solid. In the form of semi-solid. So ಆ solids ಏನು formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That solids are precipitates or precipitation. So example, they have again given a burning of wood. So when a wood burns, combustion takes place. CO2 gas and water will be liberated during combustion, during wood burning. So there again a physical change, chemical change occurs. So coming to the physical changes, so it can be easily reversed. The saying it is all easily reversed. You can reverse that one. And no new products are formed. Absolutely, there is no new products. So if you observe just a change in state, change in phase, one phase to another phase, it just changes. So as you all know, the example is melting of ice. Same thing.
Anna, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Anna, in atmosphere, they'll call rhyming as precipitation, right? Then under which change it will come? physical or chemical?
Whatever the precipitation change you observe, that comes under chemical reactions. So what happens in the case of rain? So when rain forms precipitate is, so when it combines with some of the atmospheric gases there, or when it combines with some of the impurities, what we say, that is present in the atmosphere. So in that case, that rain will react, or the rainwater which is there, that will react. Then that results in the formation of precipitation. So that you
Now,
can
which will be called? What is precipitate there?
Okay, I mean, you want to know the reaction of that. Okay, so rainwater precipitation, huh? So just elaborate your question. I am not able to understand that properly.
Raining is called precipitation. So, what will be considered as precipitate? We'll see only rain there.
Yeah. So raining is called as precipitation. So not all the rains what we observe is called as a precipitation. So here what happens when we are going to measure, so I mean say, so in some regions we observe that there's a rainfall is high, heavy rainfall ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ some regions ಅಲ್ಲಿ low rainfall ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they are going to measure that one. So ಅದನ್ನ measure ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾವು ರೈನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ರೈನ್ ಗಾಜ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಗಾಜ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಮೆಜರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೆಜರ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಫಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆರ್ ಐಸ್. Okay, so here they are saying rainwater in bartide, so that is a physical process. Precipitation is a physical process by which one material is separated from a solution or mixture by some process such as heating, cooling, or chemical concentration in a mixture. So e precipitation ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, I mean what we observed in the case of rainwater. So ಆ rainwater ನ ಅವರು physical process ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ why we observe physical process is because ಈ ಒಂದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು like what we say ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಝೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಈ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ they consider this as a precipitation. Okay, so rain water ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು physical process ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, but in the case of reaction, when it comes to reaction, so ಆ reaction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಆ reactions which takes place in the solution medium. So reactant ಏನಿದೆ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಿರುವಂತ reactant solution medium ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಿರುವಂತ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. There it undergoes chemical changes or chemical reactions. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes or no?
So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ even you can consider precipitation in the case of weather ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು precipitation ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ mist ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ you can call it as a precipitation. So ಅದರ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ they are going to measure humidity ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರೆಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So to check the precipitate, I mean to check the humidity, all we use precipitation as a method to calculate all that. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು time if you have heard with weather forecasting, so weather forecasting ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so there is a like 30% chance of precipitation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. The city has 30% chance of precipitation ಅಂತ. So that doesn't mean that 30% chance it will rain ಅಂತ, and the 70% chance it won't ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ರೈನ್ ಇದೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಬಿದ್ದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್, ಸೊ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಫೇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ರೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ದು. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಫೇಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೈನ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ತೇವಾಂಶ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ತೇವಾಂಶ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನು ಬೆಟರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ನ ತೇವಾಂಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ವೇರೀಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ is related to weather forecasting. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ is different from what we are going to define in the case of chemistry. Okay, so ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ precipitation in the case of weather forecasting ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ atmosphere related ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಅದರದ್ದು precipitation definition ಬೇರೆ. But when it comes to here in the case of reactions, the definition of precipitation is different. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ difference?
No, but precipitate will be always solid, right? But rain will not be always in solid state. It may be in liquid state also.
ಹೌದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್, ಏನು ಈ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅವರು ತೇವಾಂಶ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಏನು ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೆಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ವೆಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ, ಆ ವೆಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಕಾಸ್ ಏನು, ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್. ಅದರಿಂದ ಆ ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದು ಅರ್ತ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆದರ್ ಫಾರ್ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಜಿಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Okay, no.
So you can observe here what are the chemical changes are there: burning, rusting, digestion of food, photosynthesis, and this is a burning of wood is a chemical change, and cutting of wood is a physical change. So here you can see frying is a chemical change, spoilage of food is a chemical change, rusting of nail is a chemical change, matchstick chemical change. What are all the signs of chemical changes? So how we can observe the chemical change signs? So here you are observing the first thing is a color change. So color change, you can see the color changes in the leaves, and here you can see this is what we call as a precipitation. So this is the precipitation you can see here. So the solid form, this is solids which you can film. So there is a precipitation. Gas productions. So during some reactions, so the gas may produce, like when you heat, when you react metal and acid, you'll observe H2 gas liberating. So the temperature changes, you observe. So those temperature changes the crackers, all that are going to be the signs of chemical change. Changes in characteristic properties, so odor, light, so all that. So these are also going to be signs of chemical change. You can see a stick